house wedding was like it's the most casual wedding I've ever heard of, at least until today. Brayden and Christina, you have us beat.
We
went
had
for pancakes after,
yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Aw, that's
I mean,
sweet.
well, we would have done something, but the only issue was it was like, she had work after, and so it was like, we couldn't really go and do anything. We wanted that date.
Which
All
my
right,
work.
this is gonna sound crazy, but like, why not take off of work the day of your wedding?
Because we kind of just like we had been talking for I guess it'd been like probably 2 weeks tops of when you realized like, hey,
Yeah.
that's 12/12/24. We were like, oh, maybe we can just go to the courthouse and like a cool date. What's a cool date coming up? Looks and he's like, oh, 12/12/24. I'm like, oh, that is a cool date. And it's like in the week. So it's like not that complicated. Like, yeah, let's do that. And then like as days were going on, it was like the day before, like, so are we getting married tomorrow? Like, so we had it like, but we didn't plan it. It was in our heads, like, but
Okay.
nothing had been done. And
Gotcha.
so,
okay.
yeah.
That's
why
a little different from ours because it was still like COVID was gone, but you still had to wear like masks in the
government
courthouse,
facilities.
and you had to pick a date. So we actually knew
Yeah.
our
Oh.
date.
Yeah, because
a month
they could only
prior.
have like so many people. You were only allowed to bring like one person. Like they were still following certain COVID restrictions. So we
Yeah.
did our marriage certificate or license or whatever it is online, and then our date was 2 weeks later. So like we literally decided to do it. Got our is it the license or the certificate?
Whatever.
You know what I'm
Certificate.
talking about.
Certificate.
We got it online, and then we were like, "Hey, what's the next soonest date?" And it was like October 27th. So that
Right.
we knew
No.
leading up to it, but we kind of had the same feeling. Like the morning we woke up, we're like, "Whoa, I guess we're getting married today."
Which I mean, I guess if you throw a whole big event too, it's the same kind of feeling waking up that day. I'm sure. Like, oh, wait, what? How is
Like
this?
today's the day.
Today's the day.
And also, like, I mean, with that, like, when we were planning ahead, we looked online, we did the research ahead of time, and it was everything we saw. It said, oh, you just come in and you don't have to schedule an appointment. You sit down, you bring XYZ, sit down at the table, and they'll get you your certificate made out, right? And so, as far as that, it was just literally you just walk in. And so we walked in, and 12/12/24, we had that date set in our head, and we're like, we're gonna do it all in one day. And so we did it.
We also kind of thought when we were looking up that we could get married at the courthouse, like, and they would have someone there, like a judge or something, but that ours didn't provide that. So we had to go somewhere else. And then day of, like I said, I was an event planner. So I know a lot of venues and like have friends that own some of them. I'm like, should I reach out to them? But then someone would know. And I feel bad, like not telling our families, but having someone know. And so we just, went with the gazebo on the side of the road. But it was, yeah. So we knew that it was going to be happening that day, but we didn't really like, no, like if it didn't happen that day, I wouldn't have been surprised.